Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Payne Blade back here again from Server 1 representing ISC. Today, guys, we're going to be actually creating a tips and tricks in terms of how to farm Ryo, how to effectively farm Ryo. I'm going to be doing this video based on two different perspectives. I'm going to be doing it from an F2P perspective as well as a whale perspective. To kind of give you guys a breakdown of how and where you can get Ryo, how to properly farm it, and this is going to be under the assumption, guys, that you are level 64, that you have completed Tower of Eternity to the last stage, which is level 50, and that you have all the elite missions unlocked and you can farm them. And then lastly, that you do your 10 matches in Arena. There are various different factors that I'm not going to be taking into account here, such as Alliance, because that is, that's not a controlled environment. That your Alliance might only be doing level 10 raids versus some Alliances doing level 20. So the Ryo can go up and down based on these numbers. But I'm going to be focusing on things such as the Arena shop, the TOE shop, the Tower of Eternity shop that you can get buy the frogs from in the Eternity store. Sorry, the marketplace. I'm going to be also talking about the Ryo drills and how much gold you get from that, also including, and this is again under the assumption that you've completed the highest level of the Ryo drill. I'm also going to be talking about doing all 10 arena fights, as I mentioned, and then the selling of the gear stones that you can farm from elite missions, which are extremely important for Ryo collecting Ryo. And then we're going to talk about how to sell the proper amount of pots. And how you can make a little bit of gold there, or Ryo there, sorry. And then lastly, the chests that drop randomly when you're doing your missions. So guys, let's jump into it here. The first thing I want to point out is that the actual marketplace resets 6 times, right? So for me, it's 3 a.m. Eastern time, then it's 7, 11, 3 again, then it's 7, and then 11, and then again the cycle starts at 3. So the reason why that's important, guys, is you want to take advantage of this as much as you possibly can. And the way to do that is when you jump into the marketplace, there are 2 sections here. There's the Arena Coin Exchange Shop and the Eternity Coin Exchange Shop. Now, you can either get fragments here or talisman/scroll upgrades, or what you can do is spend your coins on these medium froggies, right? Now, these froggies come in 2 different denominations. They can come in 10s or 5s. All right. Now, the 10s, for example, here give 10k. So let's buy one of those. There you go. And then what you want to do here, guys, is you want to refresh. I always buy a scroll here as well. Let's refresh, and you get 10 again. There we go. So you obviously want the 10, not the 5. But you know what? Because there's RNG involved, you can get a maximum of 400k. Or 200k based on if it's a 10 denomination or a 5 denomination. If you were to do this Arena shop plus TOE shop 6 times throughout the whole cycle and not miss one, refresh and get all the froggies, you can get a maximum of 4.8 million Ryo a day just from this alone, or a minimum, if you have really bad RNG and it's all 5 denominations, of 2.4 million. Okay, so let's see. So far I've got all 10s. And what you want to do is, again, you want to refresh. I'm actually going to go ahead and buy one of these again. Refresh. And there's a 5, right? So the 5's same thing. It's 10,000 per frog. You get 5, so you get 50,000, right? So you exchange that, and that completes the marketplace Ryo farming section. Right now, what you want to do is, it's 7 a.m. for me, or 7:30. What I want to do is I'm going to wait till 11, till the the Ninja Tools resets, and then this whole shop resets. So I go back in and do the exact same process. And then again, at 3 p.m. for me, and then at 7 p.m., and then lastly at 11 p.m., right? So you can do it 6 times, so there's quite a bit to be made here. So don't miss out, guys. Try to give yourself a timer. You have quite a bit of time to come in here and do it. You don't have to be exactly on time. There's a gap of 4 hours in between each reset. So take advantage of this. Now what you want to do is you want to go back, and you can go back into the shop, and you'll see here that I've made 350,000 Ryo, right? So there we go. Add that to the pile that's up here. Now, that's the first section. The second section you want to do is your Ryo drills. Now, I've already done mine. I do it every morning, the Gold Rush drills. And as you can see here, when you complete it successfully, you get yourself 800k plus the frogs. And that's another, I believe, that's another 800k. And you can do that twice. So these drills alone provide you 3.2 million Ryo on a daily, right? So ideally, guys, you want to focus on this. Now, if you don't have this beat, Naruto Kage is a D class unit, so you want to bring as many T class units as you can to take him down. If there's a request here to show you how to beat him, I will make a video on it and what units to use. But again, guys, I'm focusing strictly on the highest level you can possibly get on this in terms of farming Ryo. So this guy alone here will give you 3.2 million. All right, so that's another key one you don't want to miss. Even if it's an alt account, try to do this daily. And then we're going to jump into the next one, which is the actual Ninja Arena. Okay, so now Ninja Arena, this is one where I believe everybody should be doing 10 battles. You should never stop doing it at 5. The reason why, not only are you getting yourself Ryo, an SR fragment, but if you do 10 guys, you get yourself an Omni Shard or Omni Fragment, which is extremely rare in this game, and you only get a few chances to get them. So you should do all 10. You know what, even if you're spending 200 extra Shino coins just to do the extra 5 matches, if you're in the top at least 100, you'll make those back, right? I know free to play, it's hard to justify, especially if you're saving for summons, but those Omni fragments are so rare that it might be worthwhile if you're trying to especially level up or awaken a certain UR unit to do it this way. But I'm going to talk more about just the actual Ryo part of it. So in the reward section, as you can see here, if I go to the match count, if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get 15, 18, 21, 24, and 30k, right? And then if you start 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you get the exact same denominations, right? So in an arena fight, if you do all 10 matches, you're making yourself 216k Ryo just from doing this. Plus you're getting yourself the Omni Shards and these pots. And I'll explain why these pots are kind of cool to have, because they go for every pot you sell, whether it's green to purple, they all go for 100 Ryo. These are the easiest to collect. So never, guys, never use these pots to level up characters. Just sell them. They don't give enough experience points to be justified, whether it's the small or the medium greens. Just sell them, guys. You'll actually make some decent amount of Ryo if you do that. All right, and then of course, depending on where you are in your total point reward, you'll get that. But I didn't factor that in because that's based on your own arena point matches. So I'm not gonna. I didn't put that into account. All right, so the arena is another great way to make a little bit of Ryo. And then Tower of Eternity. Let's really get into this. So if you're on the 50th floor, Tower of Eternity every single day on reset will give you 700k, and then a chest will be there as well too for another 70k. So with the actual reward floor, you can make yourself 770k per day of Ryo. Okay, so definitely don't miss out on this, guys. Try to get to level 50 if you haven't already, and take advantage of this. It's quite a bit of Ryo for just logging in and pressing 2 buttons, and you're gonna get yourself a lot of Eternity coins as well too, which are important because you can use those in the marketplace to get those froggies that we mentioned earlier, right? So this is the other way of getting it. Now, going back, the joint exercises, I haven't done mine yet, actually do give you frogs. So I believe it's 4 frogs per win, so you can get yourself 40k Ryo per session. So if you do 3 of them, right, that's 120k of Ryo in your pocket, plus fragments of whatever character you decided to go with. So I'm not going to bother doing this just yet. But keep in mind, JE is extremely important also for Ryo. So you can get a little bit of Ryo from this as well too. So those are the main sources from your menu screen. Now, one thing I do as a whale is I obviously buy those bento boxes every morning, and I farm. And what I would normally do, and I haven't done this today because of the video, is I would do every time I pop a Richimaru, I would farm the elite missions for the stones so I can sell them, and then I would wait till Richimaru pops. Once he does, I wait an hour and a half so I can refarm again, and then I would keep popping his shop. But in this case, I did it for the sake of the video. I just did it right away. I pretty much cleared all the elite missions. And the reason why that's important, guys, is you want to go into, let's just say farming. I'm just going to go with Guy because he's first on my list. He's farmable, right? So click on Awaken, Location. Then you would actually click Change to ×3, and then you would farm, right? You would get his stones. Now what would happen is these green stones from the white to the purple stones, they all have different denominations to sell, and they're the highest selling item in the game. I'm going to go to my item list since I've completed the entire round. Now, the stones drop based on RNG. It's not going to be the same for you every day. But what I do recommend is, if you are farming somebody and you have the extra Shino coins, is reset them once for 30 Shino and refarm that area again, because you'll get not only the fragments for that character, but the ability to also get those drops for the stones. And let's go through what the stones are worth, right? So the white ones, you're looking at 10k each. So I'm going to sell those, all right, max. That gave me 130k. So 130k right there. Now the level 4 ones, I've got 9, they go for 11,500, 11.5. Sell those, that's 103k. Let's go for the green ones here, which are level 3s. They're 11k. They gave me 209. And there's the level 2s. They go for 105. That gave me 210k. There's 5 of the level 7s. That's 13 a pop. That's 65k. Go to level 7. Oh, sorry, level 6 ones. That's 12.5. Sell those. That's 87,000. The level 5 ones, which are 12k. And that's 60,000. So right there, guys, without even selling the purples, I'm going to keep these purples just for gear purposing, but you know what? I can probably sell a few of these. Let's just go right there and sell 5. That's 67.5k. That right there alone, guys, was close to a million Ryo, or at least even 700k. So that was worth. That's why it's important to farm these every day. If you're free to play, you're not going to buy the bento boxes most likely, which is fine, guys. So you do have stamina bonuses 3 times a day. Take advantage of those. Don't waste them on farming standard missions. Use them to farm elite missions, especially ones that you haven't touched yet. So as you can tell, based on the grade and the color of the stone, it is worth more if you farm the higher end ones as free to play, and then you can sell them. Now this is of course assuming that you have your 9 main characters fully geared up and you don't need these stones. But this is an efficient and great way to make some Ryo. Now, I just want to point out, guys, I started off with only 100 Ryo this morning before I did the drills and did everything else. So I had 6 million by the time I was done doing my regular farming. And when you farm stages, you also get just Ryo just from doing the actual farming itself, right? So stones are extremely important. Now, there's one other item here that I want to point out. If you go to leveling material, now you don't want to usually sell these gear items because they can be used for vitality leveling as well too, unless you're super desperate, right? I don't recommend selling those, but what I do recommend, guys, are these green pots. As you can see, all the pots are worth the exact same amount, but these green ones specifically give almost no experience points. So use them to your advantage to sell them. So there you go, 55k just to sell green pots that give almost 0 experience points to higher level characters. There's 211 of them. Sell those. That's 21k, right? So there you go. Like, just from this tutorial alone, guys, I've already made 1.5 million Ryo just from selling some of the items that I just showed you guys, and I started off with about 6 million anyways. So those are some of the things, guys, you definitely want to do on a daily. Right now, there are, of course, the chests here that do pop during your farming. The chest denominations are brown boxes are 30k, bronze are 50k, silver chests are 100k, gold are 150k, and then I believe rainbow are 200k. So this is really RNG, and there is a time factor involved in this, right? Based on the level of the actual chest, you have to wait a certain amount of time. Now, you can buy these keys here either from using any of these denominations here, or you can buy it with real life money from the specialty shop. I believe they sell a denomination of 6 or 15 if it's a Monday times 2, and those are, I believe, like $8.99 or something. I forgot the amount, but the reason why I think this is ineffective is for an extra 30 or for an extra 10 Shino, I apologize, you can unlock a elite mission and actually do it 3 times using stamina and have the ability to collect yourself those stones plus fragments plus pots. So you can actually farm Ryo a little more efficiently that way, rather than spending 20 Shino for one key. because the minimum keys you need for this is 2 to open just even a brown chest, and that's only 30k, right? So for the same amount, with a little bit of RNG involved, you can get yourself fragments, pots, and minimum 30k if you get all 3 stones to drop on that 3 times mission skip. So guys, I hope this helped out. If I missed anything, please send it in the comment boxes. I'll give you the credit for it, obviously. But I believe this is some of the most efficient ways to do some Ryo farming. It is the most difficult way, or sorry, the most difficult currency in my opinion to keep in stock, as everything costs so much when you're at level 64. And I was going to show you guys why. I'm actually been working on Vitality finally. It's something I haven't been touching very much, but this is how easy it is. It's so hard to farm it, but here's how easy it is to spend it. I'm just going to go into my Vitality here. I'm trying to get adult Sasuke up to max. So if I max it, there's 3.19 million gone. So we're going to max that out. There you go. So now he's got 100. And as you can see, I've already lost most of my Shino coins. So that's one character done. And then we're going to go to... let's do Kakashi. I'm going to get him up as well, too. If I max that, 1.24. Now I'm going to use a couple more of these. Let's do, actually, you know what? Let's go here instead. There's that. So some of the lower end ones. Let's do that one. And then let's try doing the max. There you go. So that put me at 2.1. Anyways, you guys can see, it's really hard to farm and keep in stock, but it's a lot easier to spend. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any other tips and tricks that you guys want to add to mine, please do in the comment section. Share this with your friends. You know, subscribe if you have any people that are starting to play this game. Let them know about my channel. I'm trying my best here to help you guys out. And I'm trying to get as much subscribers as I can to continue doing this. Again, thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the love and the support. And again, hope to see you guys soon on my next video. Have a good one.